Good evening. Charges under the Customs Act against two Lloydminster residents have been withdrawn. Rebecca Chelly and Todd Mansfield were charged back in December after it was believed prohibited weapons were smuggled into the country. It was alleged the two had purchased prohibited items in the States and attempted to have them shipped to their home address in Canada. The charges were withdrawn today. Well, it appears a group of people in the Maidstone area is targeting copper wire. RCMP is asking for your help after thousands of dollars worth of copper wire, electronics and tools were stolen from the Maidstone area. Now, the goods were taken from a storage facility sometime between Friday and Saturday. Investigators think several people may have been involved in the theft, and it may have taken place over several days. The Maidstone and Lloydminster rural detachments are asking you to keep an eye out for anyone storing large amounts of copper. Now, you're asked to call police or Crime Stoppers if you have any information on this theft. Well, the steady climb of temperatures means we're starting to see some of that snow buildup melt away. But if you're not careful, it may lead to water damage in your home. And depending on what the cause is, you may not be covered for it. Bart Pediasic reports.
It's a sign of the season. The snow that's blanketing lawns across the border city is slowly on its way out. And Travis Steeb is ready for it.
There's a good possibility that if it warms up fast, it's going to get busy here. As far as the flooding goes, you know, just with the snow sitting in people's backyards and runoff, it could have the potential to get busy.
Steeb's company offers emergency cleaning services for things like floods. He says we won't have to wait long to see damage.
Even now, plus 2-3 degrees, seepage issues can happen and sewer backups. But obviously, the warmer, if it gets really warm, you know, plus 10 would be a fast runoff at that point, and you're at risk for a lot more stuff to start happening. So.
But if your basement does get damaged from seepage, homeowners insurance won't cover it. And according to this insurance advisor, hopeful claimants don't react well when they hear that news.
Extreme disappointment, yeah, that it should be covered. And unfortunately, it's not. We don't have a market available that does cover flooding.
Russet says things like sewage backup could be covered depending on your policy, but there's nothing available when it comes to seepage.
The onus is on us as homeowners to make sure that our homes are maintained. So throughout the winter, making sure that that snow is away from the house, and then when we do have the runoff, that the water is diverted away from our homes so that we're not getting that seepage and coming in through the windows.
Steve agrees and says if the snow buildup isn't maintained and monitored, it could end up costing you thousands of dollars.
It can be as much as just replacing a carpet or having a carpet dried, or it can be, you know, gutting a basement depending how long it's left and before it's noticed and stuff like that. It can be fairly expensive.
Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
The Northern Lights School Division is on board with the Alberta Teachers Agreement struck last month. The Board of Trustees voted unanimously to support the 4-year framework agreement proposed by the province and the ATA. Now, 2 weeks ago, the Alberta School Boards Association said it would be letting individual boards decide if they would support the agreement. Now, the deal includes a wage freeze up until the final year. The Northern Lights Board Chair says this labor agreement means it can focus on the needs of the students. Well, beaches are a long ways from the border city, but that's not stopping residents from heading to tropical destinations. A local travel agency says it's booking more hot weather trips at this time of year than ever before.
Because the winter just keeps going on and on and on and on. And so we've had a lot of last minute bookings with people just saying, you know, I need to get out of here.
Mexico is the most common choice, but with spaces filling up recently, Cuba has become more popular. Duhaime says over the past few years, he's seeing more and more destination weddings.
I do know that our numbers are way up for tropical weddings, for example. It's easily, I expect our numbers will probably be in 800 to 900 people this year from this little office.
And of course, a reminder for those planning to travel to make sure you have the necessary documents in order, especially a valid passport. If you're looking to add a furry friend to your family, Graham and Jenny introduce us to a couple of adorable pets looking for their forever homes.
This is Courtney. She's a 1.5-year-old Corgi Cross. She is spayed. She has her vaccinations up to date, but she doesn't have her rabies shot. She has her microchip implant, and she's very good with people.
Yes, she loves people attention. However, she doesn't like the company of other animals, but she is always quite happy and has a smile on her face. So if you're looking for the only dog in your home, come on into the SPCA and take a look at Courtney.
This is Penguin. He's 5 years old, he's neutered, and he has his vaccinations up to date, except for his rabies shot, which he will need to get when you adopt him. He is very cuddly too, and he has his microchip.
Yes, he is very cuddly. He'll even beg for your attention. He's a very sweet boy. He's also quite social with other cats. We currently have him in the cat condo with 4 others, and he obviously is very treat motivated, so make sure you eat your Wheaties before you pick up this guy. If you're looking for a cuddly addition to your family, come on down to the SPCA.